Okay, so this would be part 1 to what if Naruto Uzumaki was experimented on. This will just be covering the corona attack, this was his parents, and the overall experience they're doing on him. Actually, since I said if we hit 5 subscribers, I would do a 1 hour special. I would do that. The 1 hour movie special. It's gonna do the entire wave in one movie. Kind of like another famous whatever. Pretty sure it's like Lazy Whatever or something like that. Either Lazy or one of them. Something like that. Organic King. I think it's one of them. One of them had like a movie series. So I'm gonna kind of do that because I thought it was an interesting idea, but this one I'm gonna do with. Actually, this will be a 2-part movie series. Each video being 30 minutes long. This will be a really long series. It won't be that long. Maybe even 6-part. Okay, so time to get into the attack. Of course, Kurama still attacks the village. But, yeah, when Naruto is out, it's blatantly clear he has a ridiculous amount of chakra. A ridiculous amount. This was because that's why if we're gonna make Kushina the thinking. Let's make her related to Hashirama, except like Johnson messed up with something. He made it so then he would have a bit more Hashirama cells. But I won't give him wood release, I'll just give him a ridiculous amount of chakra. So, and it goes basically same as canon. Minato and Kushina still die, except they seal the entire Biju in Naruto. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. And Danzo seeing them die takes Naruto. Knowing he only has probably like a week. He probably only has like 3 days to complete all his operations, like an entire week. So yeah, let's say they put like the villagers were revolting because they didn't want the Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki in their village. So yeah, it gave him a week's time space to get Orochimaru to experiment on him. So they started by getting rid of all those Namikaze cells. Because those did nothing for him. And 25% of the cells became Uzumaki, and another 25%. Then another 25% became... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it a little bit. So, you'll have 10% Hyuga cells. Actually, no wait. Let's do something different. Say, yeah, he has 15% Hyuga cells. He has about 15% Uchiha cells, so that brings up to 30%. Just so he can handle a Sharingan. They implant a Sharingan in him. And a Byakugan. The Byakugan they got from the Kurama attack. They stole one of the Byakugan from one of the dead Hyuga. And he'd have those 2 eyes. And then we get down to the nitty-gritty. He would also get, let's say, 35% Senju cells, so that gives him wood release, and 35% Uzumaki cells, giving him chakra chains. This would be a lot like actually no, let's change it a little bit. I want to make him a bit more overpowered than this. Say, actually, since the Civil War was going on, they couldn't find Naruto. They didn't know where he was. And since Danzo removed all the Namikaze cells, and by 2 weeks, and he was unrecognizable, he didn't even look like Minato. Danzo just said, "Oh, this is just a child I found that was dead in the was almost dead in the QB attack." And Lord started believing this because he is still grieving over his dead wife. And then he continues to do experiments on Naruto for many years to come. He uses Kushina's Mito Uzumaki's cells to amp him, and Hashirama cells. They even implant a bit of Sage Chakra within him. Just like a bit, just from Madara. Actually, yeah, they take some of Madara's cells that Orochimaru acquired from being in the Akatsuki from Makito's Rinnegan. They can clone the Rinnegan, but they give him some Madara cells to just be his 50% Uchiha side. And slowly he started growing, like at an astronomical rate. His chakra was so immense that his Byakugan turned into the Tenseigan. The Otsutsuki could feel his chakra. And they were like in a completely different solar system. They're like, oh, there must be just another Otsutsuki trying to conquer a planet. So they didn't really bother with it. But then they realized it started growing more and more powerful. And Danzo kept on feeding him. He only fed him chakra pills and chakra like liquid. Over and over again. The sage seeing, oh boy, oh no, that's bad. He's seeing this, knowing they're trying to achieve the Rinnegan. So, he knows Ashura was still shining through, so he puts a genjutsu on the boy. He teaches him about feelings and stuff, and how to use them, and how not to accept Danzo's cruel punishment, but just keep on training with him, because you'll become very strong, and I'll gift you with the ability to awaken the Rinnegan later in life. As soon as he was gifted this ability, he's Eternal Mangekyo. Yes, he had it internal, because, let's say they still had, because remember, these are clones of, you got the Madara cell, so he already had it Eternal from Madara. Only because Madara had the Eternal from his brother, and the Rinnegan, or the evolution of that. Since it wasn't a perfect copy of the Rinnegan, he got the Eternal Mangekyo. His eyes immediately evolved into the Rinnegan. Danzo, seeing his ridiculous power and saw how much power he could possibly have, kept on training him, taught him a lot of advanced jutsus and every single chakra nature. He taught him how to unlock his Keki Genkai. He also taught him how to effectively use them. He even had Yamato brought in to show him how to use wood release. His chakra was so immense that whenever in Shadow Clones, he could probably have done billions on the first try. But he kept it down to 1,000 just to not strain his mind, because he already knew the secret of the Shadow Clone. Because Danzo, being high ranking, had access to the scroll ceiling, so he taught him like the Rasengan. Yes, Danzo would know this because of the scroll ceiling, and he knew how powerful it was from the 4th Hokage. He taught to Naruto, but Naruto just turned into it, just made a Kill Beast bomb when he tried to make it. Because he had such a ridiculous amount of power. To put the scale, Kurama, like the full Kurama, felt small to him. Like it felt like an ant to his chakra. And the Ten Tails, oh, he'd just be a beetle. Like, he would just like sting him, just like bite him a little bit, be like a fire ant or something like that. It'd slightly hurt him if he sort of you at him, but he could just easily beat the Ten Tails. In fact, this chakra was so huge that the leader of the Otsutsuki felt it and passed out and barfed up blood and almost passed out and coughed up blood, feeling how big his chakra was. He knew that this wasn't Otsutsuki. Oh no, he had Otsutsuki like chakras, but he obviously wasn't. He was a human. They didn't know humans could get this powerful. They thought, oh no, their leader, he must be passing out from all the chakra. Anyway, every single Otsutsuki except for the leader all pass out. Everyone feeling his chakra. Like, these are like the chicken strips too. They got there. Those are the chicken scraps. Of course, he'd still have a bit more of a personality than Zanbu, and no one knows why. It's because Danto could never break him, because Naruto always had the Sage of Six Paths to vent to. Thanks to that interaction, the Sage of Six Paths, kind of done goofed up, and accidentally, Izanage. And since Naruto doesn't really go outside that much, one of the times he goes outside is to go to Ichiraku, which are sometimes because like Danzo doesn't want to anger him, because if he does, then he's screwed. He can't beat Naruto. No one can beat Naruto. He even had Mike Guy come in because, well, he pulled a few strings of the Hokage and had him teach him the basics of the gates and how to open the Ace Gate afterwards. The Ace Gate was so easy for Naruto that he opened it and he didn't feel any strain. Guy seeing this, knowing, oh no, I know this is the chakra that was so huge that's ruined to be bigger than the Sage of Six Paths. And Naruto, he would go to the Hokage, but he's still training with Danzo. He knows that Danzo knows a whole bunch about taijutsu. He'll go to the Hokage next to get taught. So on one of his visits outside of the route, he meets the third Hokage. The third Hokage asks him, Hey boy, you remind me of someone. Hey boy, what's your name? He said, I'm just gonna name him Menma. Oh, Menma, I see. Menma, random last name. Yeah, so he'll just be called Menma. Oh, it's Menma. Okay, Menma. I see that you have a ridiculous amount of chakra. Would you like to train with me? And of course, him hearing this says, oh yeah, of course, old geezer. And the third Hokage said, what did you call me? Well, you're the third Hokage and you're far older than me, so you're an old geezer. Anyway, the old geezer, yeah. He just all disrespect the third Hokage. The third Hokage in his prime couldn't stop Naruto using one finger. Like, Naruto is like Tsunade versus Naruto in canon. Like Sarutobi being Naruto. Like Naruto as a failed student without Shadow Clone versus like Tsunade. That's like the comparison, like if he one finger. Yeah, that's the thing about Naruto, he's gonna be broken in this. Like, Kaguya, it's like, oh, that's funny. Sage of Six Paths can have a matches chakra. And Kaguya is just like, contains more than Hagoromo, except like, it's not gonna work because it's just like, he has more chakra than Kaguya. Way more, actually. He has so much chakra that, like, if he were to, like, he's like Frieza. He's like, he could blow up a clan like Frieza. Like, he almost killed the entire Otsutsuki clan. Like, he can sense them. Because he has accidentally gotten the Sage mode a few times. And he's permanently stuck because of the interaction with Hagoromo, feeling his insane chakra. Let's just put some comparison. If you put one chicken scrap, if you put 1% of his power out into the world, it would blow up the earth. Like, I'm serious. Like, if he powered up to 1%, he could beat anybody. He could beat Ten Tails Madara. He could beat he can beat 18 Ten Tails. Because all of his nature energy he got from everybody is pulled from everywhere. He gets it from every solar system, every planet. So he's able to absorb a whole bunch of chakra. Yeah, Sage mode. So anyway, he's permanently stuck in Sage mode. Not like Frog Sage mode, I mean like Six Paths Sage mode. Like he would learn Frog Sage mode, but it would just give him a slight amp. Like 0.5% amp to him. And if he was going all out, just him activating 100% of his power would destroy the entire solar system. And Tanto keeps on feeding him only chakra pills, and unless it's an off day where he goes to eat Raku ramen. And the villagers feel this huge chakra. Like the Hyuga sees chakra, and they're just like, holy crap. And the way Hyuga and Uchiha would react to seeing him with the Sharingan and Byakugan, he would just say, oh no, I'm a mix between your clans. And they would all just accept this as fact. Because it's just like, well, I guess he's just mixed, because that makes sense why he had Byakugan and Sharingan. And he's like, no, I don't have the Byakugan and Sharingan. And they're like, wait, what? Oh no, I have the Rinnegan. And the Tenseigan. And then you go like, what the heck is a Tenseigan? Oh, it's the evolved form of your dojutsu. That no one on this planet except me can achieve. I mean, maybe the guy on the moon, but who needs Hinabi Hyuga's eyes? And who need help from the Hyuga princess Hinata to actually achieve it? And they're all like, wait. What? You know, and he's like, oh, it has like a chakra mode, like Six Path Sage mode, and it also has abilities like the Rinnegan. Also has really good at chakra pulling and pooling, and it's also really handy because it can block all chakra. It can suck up all your chakra and block all your chakra points instantly with just a bad vibe. I mean, it's overpowered, but it's not too bad. Maybe when I use it with my Rinnegan in Sage Path 6 mode, so I do 6 Path Sage mode, then I'm overpowered because it's just like both my cloaks flare up, and then once I'm in that mode, then my Tenseigan and Rinnegan combine on my forehead, going through the Rinne Sharingan all the way up to the Tensei, all the way up to the Tensei Rinnegan, the Rin Tenseigan, the Ringed Tenseigan, yeah, I call it the Ringed Tenseigan. And then hearing this, tell us, Hokage, what the heck? What the heck is this kid? How does he have the Rinnegan and Tenseigan? And Hokage is like, wait, he has a Rinnegan? And what the heck is a Tenseigan? Because no one knew what a Tenseigan was. Like, it's not even on any Hyuga tablet. But it's just like, the third Hokage didn't know this because Naruto was using such a powerful genjutsu that he couldn't tell that he had any dojutsu, and he just broke it because the Hyuga were giving him a hard time, and Uchiha. Yeah, and so they're just like, Menma, can we give you a blood test? They do. And they're shocked. They say, what? There's Minato. Kushina? Mewtwo, Hashirama, Madara, and Hisashi Hyuga, Neji's dead dad, and also there's some foreign DNA, like really foreign. It kind of broke the machine, but because it says, what the heck is Otsutsuki? And then Naruto speaks of, oh, so that explains that. That's the guy's last name from the moon. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, Tsunari Otsutsuki, I stole some of his DNA so I can awaken the Tensei Gun. And then I killed him. Yeah, I'm mostly known as Reaper. Like, wait, the Reaper? The guy who's doing SS rank missions all by himself and no one knows who he actually is? Yeah, the one with all Shell clones. They're all shocked. They all look at him like he's crazy or something. But he's not. He's just grossly overpowered. He's kind of like Goku, where he's so dumb that it's like his overpoweredness doesn't really affect anything. And the Third Hokage is like, you know what? Send him to the academy just to make some friends of his age. He's like, ooh, I can meet the reincarnation of Indra there. And I'm like, wait, what? Oh, nothing. Actually, you know what? He thinks in his head. Ooh, I can meet the reincarnation of Indra. And show how much more powerful I am. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go there, graduate, and then become a Jonin. So he goes there for a month. 1 month in, he's way more powerful than everyone else. He's more powerful than Iruka. He's more powerful than everyone. And he shows everybody his dojutsus. He still saves Hinata like in canon, because he was still there, and let's just say that happened. Yeah, it still happened. And he's not like as oblivious as Goku, but he's still pretty oblivious, like not as oblivious in canon with Hinata's feelings. Like he can honestly notice Hinata because of his sensory abilities. Like he can obviously notice Hinata. But then 1 month passed and he's already graduating. He said, oh, bye, and then tells Hinata, I know you've been following me, and leaves. Saying, sure, you can eat your Raku ramen. Hinata hearing this, like, her face goes completely red. She faints. And as soon as he gets out of the academy, he's promoted to Chunin. And then, like, about 1 week being Chunin, after being Ichiraku with, yeah, they're kind of a thing now, but after being Chunin for 2 weeks, he was like, hey, Hiruzen, the SS rank missions are way too easy. Do you have any higher rank missions? And they're like, oh my god. And Hiruzen's just like, Jonin. He just says, Jonin. He's like, and then Naruto's like, wait, what? You're now a Jonin. Woohoo, yeah. And Naruto starts celebrating. He's like, woohoo, I made a Jonin. And at this point, he's still 7. Like, he's only 7. And he's a Jonin. Like, oh yeah, genius of regeneration. Yeah, no, and Danzo's been cut out of his life. Like, now he knows what Danzo did. Like, he knew what Danzo did, but he did it for the sake of being strong, but he still cut Danzo out of his life. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to say his, like, Mangekyo ability. That's right. I was gonna say Izanagi, but that'd be too overpowered. He already has the Izanagi curse. I'll give him Susanoo and Amaterasu. I just like Amaterasu. Anyway, his what are they called? The orbs. I forgot what they were called. Yeah, I don't remember what they're called. I'm just gonna call them checkered spheres. Those like Sage's six path orbs. The six paths orbs. Yeah, those orbs. Yeah. Don't remember what they're called. The chakra orbs. I'll probably remember eventually. Anyway, that's why I remember anime. I forgot to say my name. And please like and subscribe. And this is part 1 to what Naruto was experimented on. Please like and subscribe, please, and bye.